Hi home buyers! Nagbabalik ang inyong likod, Jersey. So the topic that I'll be discussing today is about yung sino ba yung mga eligible to acquire for the Pag-ibig housing loan. Alam ko maraming naglalabas ng video or nagtuturo tungkol dito, but we still need to tackle this para mas maunawaan and a continuous reminder na rin para sa ating mga kapwa home buyers. So, Pag-ibig Housing Loan ay isa sa financial scheme na pwedeng gamitin kapag kumukuha tayo ng isang property. What are the qualifications of a person to become eligible to use the Pag-ibig Housing Loan? First criteria is the age. Person who are not be more than 65 years old on the date of the loan application and not be more than 70 years old on the date of the loan maturity. Dito, may dalawang statement na dapat maintindihan ang mga home buyers. First one is yung not be more than 65 years old on the date of the loan application. Dito, kailangan makonsider natin yung age ng isang home buyer. So, hindi dapat siya lalagpas ng 65 years old. And if 65 years old siya, the term of payment ang magsasuffer or maaapektuhan ng kanyang age. Here, we have to consider kasi yung second statement na not more than 70 years old on the date of the loan maturity. Ibig sabihin, bago mag 70 years old or within, kapag 70 years old na si home buyer, dapat mabayaran na niya yung kanyang loan amount. The usual terms of payment na ina-advise namin sa isang home buyer pag ganito na yung age is the 5 years terms of payment na lang. Kasi 65 years old at 70 years old, yung in between of that age is 5 years na lang. The second criteria is the contribution. Active member with at least 24 months savings, regardless if tuloy-tuloy yung contribution or staggered or pahinto-hinto yung contribution niya, as long as umabot siya ng 24 months of contribution. Staggered yung payment ni home buyer, dapat at least by the time of 24 months, 3 months naman siyang active member ni Pag-ibig. I may ask, what is the earliest age na pwedeng mag-apply for Pag-ibig Housing Loan? At ang sagot ko dyan ay 20 years old. Let's say na nag-work si home buyer by the age of 18, isa siyang empleyado, and meron na siyang Pag-ibig contribution. And this statement, dapat tuloy-tuloy yung kanyang contribution by the age of 18 hanggang mag-20 siya. So, 24 months is 2 years. So, 18 years old plus 2 years means 20 years old. So, the requirements doesn't stop there. Na meron, ito yung age na, and then 24 months na yung contributions. We still have to consider yung 3 criteria. The next criteria tackles with the legal capacity of the person. A person must have a legal capacity to acquire and encumber a real estate. This means the person has the right to enter into a valid agreement considering their civil status, mental, and financial status. In terms of financial status, dapat makonsider if saan ba kukuha ng pambayad ng loan si home buyer. Siya ba isang employee or may business ba siya? Dito na pumapasok yung usapin tungkol sa stable ba yung pinagkukuhanan niya ng income. Mostly, empleyado at business talaga yung na-approvean pagdating sa Pag-ibig Housing Loan. It's because active income yung meron sila or stable or sigurado na meron silang marireceive in a monthly basis. Next na kailangan natin i-consider dito yung mental capacity ni home buyer. If kaya niyang mag-decide para sa sarili niya to get the Pag-ibig Housing Loan or any housing loan. If kaya ba niya ito in terms of physically, mentally, and emotionally. And lastly, yung civil status ni home buyer. Kasi we have to consider if married ba si home buyer. Kasi ang bahay ay magsisilbing isang conjugal property. Kaya sinasama natin dito yung mga spouses with the agreement and decision making. So fourth, a person should not have any Pag-ibig Housing Loan at present, nor foreclosed, cancelled, bought back, or voluntarily surrendered loan. Bakit nga ba kasama to? Kasi when we get a loan, kailangan maganda yung credit standing natin. Ito kasi makikita if si home buyer ay kayang maging responsible and committed pagdating sa kanyang housing loan. Mga home buyer na nagkaroon ng previously foreclosed na property, pwedeng magkaroon siya ng bad record pagdating kay Pag-ibig or kahit sa any bank. In this way kasi makikita nila na maaaring hindi nagkakaroon ng commitment si home buyer pagdating sa kanyang ina-acquire na property. Clause na ito, merong isang statement which is not having a Pag-ibig housing loan at present, which is also a good topic na pwede nating discuss pagdating sa ating ibang video para mas maintindihan ng isang home buyer kailan ba pwedeng mag-acquire pa ng another property while you are still having a housing loan. Yung fifth criteria natin also tackles with the loan, pero ito naman yung mga short-term loans which are the multi-purpose loan or calamity loan. Ito rin yung pwedeng isang way to identify if ano yung credit standing ng isang home buyer. Ito hindi lang yung if meron ka bang existing or meron ka bang previously Pag-ibig housing loan or any housing loan. Ito rin titingnan natin yung credit standing sa ibang aspect naman ni home buyer. Inababayaran ni home buyer yung kanyang loan, as much as possible, ang ina-advise namin dito is bayaran muna niya para malinis yung kanyang credit standing. So hopefully, naging mas malinaw sa inyo sino ba yung mga eligible to acquire for the Pag-ibig housing loan. Dito, we have to consider and understand na hindi lang isa sa bawat criteria yung kailangan nating paintindihan or i-consider para maging eligible na tayo to acquire for the Pag-ibig housing loan. Dapat lahat ay maintindihan natin at i-consider natin to. See you on my next video. Bye!